Welcome to the Online Digital Marketing Podcast. We'll be discussing marketing strategies, trends, and tips that will help your business succeed in the digital age. Every episode, we'll be interviewing industry professionals and providing valuable insights on how to leverage digital tools for maximum engagement and ROI. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on the latest trends in online marketing.
All right, so we're diving deep today into all those digital marketing trends from 2024. We're going to go through all those articles and reports, the ones you gave us, to help figure out, well, what's next for you for 2025. It's like we have a crystal ball, trying to see the future of digital marketing.
Yeah, and it's interesting,
Right.
a lot of those trends we saw in 2024, they tie right back to what you gave us. So we'll be looking at like the big rise of AI.
Yeah.
And short form video, that was huge. And how even things like email and social media, they had to change to keep up,
It's like digital marketing just like kicked into overdrive.
Yeah, it did.
And speaking of overdrive, let's talk AI. It was everywhere in 2024, right? I mean, it wasn't just like a buzzword anymore. I remember that report, the one about the AI marketing industry, how it just exploded to like over $45 billion.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what really happened in 2024 with AI was it went from just hype to like actually being used.
Yeah.
In the real world. Think about it. AI is now making content. It's targeting audiences. It's even predicting like future trends. And that's just like the beginning.
Yeah, that is mind-blowing. It's like, we saw tools like ChatGPT. That just changed the game for, copywriting. And then Midjourney for like mind-blowing visuals. And what was it? Gemini AI for making entire campaigns better. It's like having a whole team of like marketing experts just like right there on your computer.
And you even had that note in one of the articles, about using AI for personalized emails, like for your campaigns.
Yeah.
That's like a perfect example of how AI is becoming like the secret weapon for marketers who, want to do something different and get results.
It makes you wonder how we like ever did this without AI.
Right. No, seriously.
But it's not just about the shiny new tools, right? You flagged that article, remember, about the ethical side of AI, how we have to use it responsibly and all that.
Exactly. AI has like a ton of potential, but we got to think about like data privacy and how, these algorithms work. So as marketers, we got to like be careful and use it ethically, be transparent,
Oh, for sure. Now, let's switch gears a bit to something you were really interested in, short-form video. You even circled that stat, remember, about how TikTok and Reels just dominated social media. What do you think? Like, why is this format so powerful all of a sudden?
Well, it's because, everyone's attention span's getting shorter. So marketers have like only a few seconds to grab someone's attention. And short-form video, it just delivers that quick hit. Like engaging content really fast. Platforms like TikTok, they force brands to like get creative and tell a good story in like under a minute.
It's true. It's like a quick hit of engaging content. We're all about instant gratification now. And it's not just, entertainment either. Remember that part of the article you pointed out about those shoppable videos and the rise of, what was it called? Live stream shopping. It's like the line between like content and actually buying stuff is getting blurry,
Totally. Now, consumers can like discover a product and engage with the brand and buy it all in one place, like without ever leaving the app. Convenience is king, right?
Yeah.
And short form video makes it like super seamless. Think about it. When you shop online now, don't you see way more videos for products?
All the time. It's everywhere. It makes you wonder, is there even room for the like old ways of marketing, like email? Speaking of, you asked if email marketing was like dead. So what do you think? Hit that unsubscribe button, or is there still life there?
I wouldn't hit unsubscribe just yet.
Oh.
Email's not dead, but in 2024, it had to, evolve to keep up. You remember that article you shared?
Yeah.
About AI changing the game for email? It's all about like hyper-personalization now.
Yeah, that was a fascinating one. So it's more than just like putting someone's name in the subject, right? It's about making messages that are specifically for them based on like what they do, what they like, even what they clicked on last week. It's like having like a mind-reading marketing assistant or something.
Yeah, exactly. And it's working. You remember the stat you highlighted about open rates? Averaging like 20%.
Yeah.
That's really good these days. And it just shows people still open emails if they're like relevant and helpful,
It just goes to show, even with everything being instant now, a good email still has its place. But talking about evolving, we can't forget social media. I mean, it's not just likes and shares anymore. You underlined a part in one of the reports about how social media is turning into like an e-commerce hub.
Absolutely. Now people are finding products and engaging with brands and, buying stuff all without leaving the app. Social media, it's become like the one-stop shop for everything, from entertainment to like buying your groceries.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate convenience store. And speaking of convenience, you also pointed out the rise of micro-influencers, right? It seems like authenticity is more important than just having a ton of followers now. Yeah.
You got it. Brands are realizing it's not about reaching everyone, It's about reaching the right people.
Mm.
And these micro-influencers, they have that genuine connection with like specific groups. And people trust their recommendations a lot more.
It's like marketing is becoming less about, shouting your message to everyone and more about actually building like relationships,
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we covered AI, video, email, social media. Feeling overwhelmed yet? Don't worry, we're just getting started. Up next, we're tackling a topic you specifically asked about: SEO, search engine optimization. It can feel like a big mystery, but, it's crucial for people to actually find you online.
Yeah, absolutely. And, in 2024, Google's algorithm got even smarter. It's not just about keywords anymore.
Mm.
They have to like understand what users are really looking for and make content that actually helps them. Plus, you have to make sure it works well on, all devices, phones and computers and everything.
So mobile optimization, voice search, all that, it's more important than ever.
Oh, yeah. It's not a trend anymore. It's just like reality. If you're not doing it, you're falling behind. You even made a note, remember, about claiming and optimizing your Google My Business listing. It's so important for local stuff, especially with like all those near me searches.
That's a great tip. Super practical. A good reminder that even with all this high-tech marketing, the basics are still like really important. But, with all the technology and automation, it's easy to forget about the human side of things. Remember that quote you circled about how important personalization is now. So how do we do both? Be automated and high-tech, but also like genuinely connect with people. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a good question. 2024 really showed how important personalization is across like every channel. But consumers are smart. They know when a message is just like generic and automated versus something that feels like actually made for them. It's all about, knowing what they need even before they do and just making them feel like a real person, not just a number,
It's like that saying, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
That's it. And think about the examples you had in your notes, like chatbots that give you instant support, delivery that's like super fast, even recommendations that seem like they were picked just for you. It's those little things that make a big difference.
So it's not about just being efficient and automated. It's about being thoughtful, putting the human at the center of everything.
Exactly. Technology can help us with our marketing, but it should never replace like the human element.
Yeah.
So I know we covered a lot already, but you wanted to understand how to actually use these trends, in 2025, ready to dig even deeper into AI and how you can use it in your marketing.
Absolutely. Let's unpack it. Let's see how AI can help us navigate this whole new world of digital marketing.
So you gave us all this stuff on digital marketing, right? Wanting to figure out how to actually use all these trends.
Yeah.
2025. So let's like zoom in on AI and how you can use it. Specifically, the stuff you highlighted in your notes.
It's like a cheat sheet, right? But personalized. An AI cheat sheet for your marketing. You know that report, the one about how much the AI marketing industry grew? I mean, that really shows this isn't just some fad, right? It's like the future of how we connect with customers.
Exactly. AI is like changing everything about marketing, so, understanding it is key to staying ahead. You even underlined something in one of the articles about hyper-personalization, and that's like a really good place to start.
Yeah, that one really caught my eye. What does it actually mean, to go beyond just using someone's name? Like, how can AI personalize things, but for a lot of people?
Okay, so imagine this. A customer goes to your website, right?
Yeah.
And they look at some products. AI like instantly change the website based on what they're doing, like show them recommendations or, special offers, or think about emails. AI can look at, what they bought before, what they looked at on your site, even what they're doing on social media. And then bam, it makes an email just for them.
So it's not like blasting the same email to everyone, right? It's about the right message to the right person at the right time.
Exactly. AI helps you create those moments where the customer feels like, wow, they get me. And that can make a big difference in, keeping customers coming back. You even circled a stat, remember, about how like companies using this kind of personalization, their retention rates went up like 35%.
Oh, 35%. That's huge. No wonder I circled it. But personalization is just one thing. You also asked about predictive analytics. So what is that exactly? And how can it like help marketers?
Think of predictive analytics like a crystal ball that lets you know what customers want, like before they even do. AI can look at tons of data, past purchases, what they do on your website, trends on social media, all of it to like predict future actions and, what's going to be popular.
So instead of like reacting to what already happened, you can like plan your marketing for what's going to happen next. It's almost like a superpower or something.
Yeah, you got it. You mentioned in your notes you were having trouble figuring out like which products would be, the hot sellers next season. Well, AI can help with that by, analyzing trends and seeing patterns and like forecasting demand.
That would be so useful for any business, really. Especially something like, I don't know, fashion, where trends change so fast. It's like a secret weapon almost. But what about making the content itself? You had those articles about like ChatGPT and Midjourney. How can marketers use those to, make engaging content?
Think of AI as like your creative partner. So ChatGPT, you can use that to get ideas for blog posts, write good copy for ads, even draft captions for social media. And then Midjourney, that can help you make like stunning visuals to grab attention and, make your brand stand out.
I've seen some really incredible stuff made with AI, art and writing. It's really amazing what it can do. But I gotta admit, I'm a little like hesitant to rely on AI too much for, creativity. What do you think? How do we find that balance between human creativity and like AI helping us out?
Yeah, I get that. It's important to remember AI is a tool. It's not like replacing us. The best stuff happens when we use AI, but also bring our own, insights and expertise.
Right, like AI does the hard work, and that frees us up to like focus on strategy and the big picture stuff. It's a partnership, not a takeover. But we can't talk about content without SEO. Search engine optimization, you highlight a bunch of articles about Google's algorithm, how it keeps changing, and how it's all about understanding what users want. So how do we like adapt our SEO for that?
Right. Yeah, you can't just like stuff keywords into your content anymore. Yeah. You got to make content that actually answers people's questions. That's helpful and, matches what they were searching for. And you got to think about how they're searching, which is, more and more with voice now.
You're so right. I use voice search all the time now. It's changing how we like interact with the internet. So what should we keep in mind for voice search?
Think about how people talk, naturally.
Yeah.
They don't type in just a few words. They ask like full questions. So your content has to be conversational and, give them the answer directly. You even made a note about long tail keywords, those longer phrases that people use when they're talking to like their phone or Alexa or whatever.
That makes a lot of sense. It's about figuring out what they're going to ask and then just like giving them the answer straightforward.
Yeah.
But, with all this talk about AI and personalization and SEO, it's easy to get lost in the like technical stuff. How do we make sure we're not forgetting about, the human side of things?
Yeah, you brought up a really good point in your notes about authenticity. Consumers can tell when something is fake, right? They want to connect with brands that are real and honest and relatable.
Totally. It's not just about selling them stuff anymore. It's about like building a connection, creating an experience, actually making their lives better in some way. But how can AI help with that? I'm having trouble like wrapping my head around using technology to like create real human connections.
It's a good question. But AI can actually make those connections like even better. Think about it. AI helps us understand our customers like better than ever. It analyzes what they do, predicts what they'll like, even figures out what they need before they do.
So instead of using AI to just blast out the same message to everyone, we can use it to tailor things, make people feel, like we get them.
Exactly. AI can help create those experiences where the customer feels like, hey, I'm not just a sale to them. It helps build real relationships.
That's a really cool way to look at it. It's not AI or human connection. It's using AI to like supercharge those human connections. But all this talk about AI and data and all that, it makes me think about another thing you mentioned, data privacy and, being ethical. How do marketers use AI responsibly and make sure they're, respecting their customers' privacy?
That's so important. And as marketers, we got to think about that all the time. Transparency is key. Consumers have to know how we're using their data.
Yeah.
And they have to be able to like control it.
Yeah, it's about building trust. People are way more likely to trust brands that are open about, how they use data. But there's so many AI tools and technologies, it's hard to know where to even start. What advice would you give to someone, who's just starting to explore AI?
Start small. Don't try to do everything at once. Pick one or two things where AI can really make a difference. Play around with different tools, see what works. And most importantly, remember that AI it's a journey. It's not like you just arrive and you're done.
Yeah, it's about learning and adapting and changing as the technology, changes. But it's also about remembering that, at the heart of it all, marketing is about humans connecting with each other.
Absolutely. AI can make those connections better, more meaningful, but it should never replace.
Okay, love it. Let's start with the basics. We talked about understanding what users are searching for, their intent, and making content that's actually helpful, and optimizing for mobile and voice search. That's the core of SEO, right? And it's going to be even more important in 2025.
Absolutely. Remember that note you made about claiming and optimizing your Google My Business listing? That's a perfect example. Something simple, but it makes a big difference. You can do that right now to get seen more in local searches.
Yeah, sometimes the simple stuff is the best, right? But we also talked about how AI is essential now if you want to stand out and, see results.
Yeah, for sure. Hyper-personalization, predictive analytics, even AI making content for you. There's just so many possibilities. And the key is to just try stuff out, see what works best for you.
You said start small, and I think that's the best advice. Don't try to change everything at once, right? Pick one or two things where AI can really help you.
Exactly. Maybe you try using ChatGPT to get some blog post ideas, or see what kind of cool visuals Midjourney can make for your social media.
Yeah, it's about finding those ways to boost your creativity and be more efficient with AI helping you out. But as we're using all this new tech, we got to remember the human side of things, right?
You're right. You highlighted all those articles about being authentic, being transparent, actually building relationships with your audience. That's more important now than ever with all this technology everywhere.
I love how you put that. It's not tech versus human connection. It's using tech to make that connection even stronger. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a little challenge. Think about everything we talked about today, what really stood out to you, and ask yourself, what's one thing you can do differently in your marketing starting today?
Yeah, maybe it's trying a new AI tool or, looking at your SEO again. Yeah. Or maybe it's something bigger, like changing how you do personalization or how you, connect with people on social media.
The point is to do something, experiment, learn, adapt. Digital marketing is always changing, and the only way to keep up is to change with it and make it work for you.
And remember, we're all in this together, Don't be afraid to share what you're doing, learn from others, and support each other.
That's a great point. We encourage you to, go back to those articles and reports, dig deeper into whatever caught your interest, keep exploring, the world of digital marketing.
And we want to hear from you. Let us know what you think, what questions you have, share your own insights on our social media.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in digital marketing.
Ready to take your online business to the next level? Subscribe to our digital marketing podcast and then join our Accountability for Success Mastermind. With expert advice from industry leaders, you'll gain knowledge and insights that will help you succeed in today's digital marketing world. From social media strategies to search engine optimization, we have all the tools you need. Learn from successful entrepreneurs and take control of your online success. Join the Accountability for Success Mastermind now at bit.ly/AFSM podcast.